How y'all doing? Welcome to Live from the Holler. I'm doing a final review on this Middle Tennessee rifle, MTR Defense MTR15, or a buddy of mine. He sent it out. I ran it through the gamut, shot the piss out of it. I'm just going to do a review. So this last review is based on groupings at 100 yards. What I did was, with the rifle, I'm using a Arken Optics SH4 Gen III. It is a 6x24x50 MIL reticle scope. It has a Christmas tree reticle on it. The thing is pretty accurate. I can't complain. The bipod. It's a UTG overbore bipod. A lot of people are like, UTG? I say, yeah, UTG. This bipod got great reviews. It's an overbore, which most people aren't used to, but it has a pendulum type of effect where I could actually lock it in, and it's going to minimize the movement once I lock it in. And she ain't moving at all. Okay? Just have a bag in the back to stabilize it. So basically what I'm going to do is, what I did was, when I loaded up the rounds, I warmed it up first. I did warm it up first with 10 rounds on the steel plate, just to get a little heat in the barrel, just to make it kind of equal, so there's no cold bore shot. So everything that I do with this rifle, when I'm doing precision shooting, I'm going to shoot from the right hand side. So when let's send that bolt home, I'm going to control everything over on the right hand side. When I'm ready to fire, I'll get behind the rifle, I'll zero it, and I'll just do a smooth trigger press. And without the rifle moving, hopefully that round will go where I'm aiming for. Just to let you know, I am a rifle instructor, but I am not a precision rifle instructor. I have had no formal, extended formal rifle training as far as precision rifle goes. No precision rifle, no sniping. I did supervise the snipers when they were qualifying, but I was not in any way, shape, or form a sniper. Did get behind some of the sniper rifles that we did have, and they were pretty accurate and pretty amazing. And it has a lot to do with a lot of variables. So when I did this, there was no wind. It was zero value wind, and what I mean by that is the wind was coming towards us. There was no lateral wind. The wind was coming towards us at 0 to 4 miles per hour, which is really nothing. It's not going to affect the trajectory of the bullet to the point where it's going to cause it to deviate either left or right or up or down. It is 100 yards. There is a 2-degree drop, which really is not going to affect it either. If anything, it's going to be consistently hitting in one area. I do aim for the center of the circle. The circle that I'm using is a quarter size circle. It's a US quarter. The US quarter diameter, if I remember correctly, is 0.955 inches in diameter. So it's just under 1 inch. But what we do is we'll take that quarter and we'll draw different circles for us to aim at, and we'll shoot 5 rounds at each circle just to see the grouping. Some people say 3, some people say 10. I think 5 is fair enough with ammo prices going up. Some of this stuff is not cheap at $2 a round. We just need to be a little more conservative in what we shoot and how fast we shoot it and how often we shoot it. Right? So with this setup here, I was pretty impressed. I did the groupings a couple days ago. I'm going to say probably a little more than a couple days ago. It's been a busy week here out on the estate. Between having to take care of yard work and doing other things around the house, we're just trying to do some catch up here and do the final review. So With this thing right here, I had about 1,500 rounds, a little more through it before I actually did this, the final grouping test. No way, shape, or form am I an expert with this precision rifle, but I'm gonna give it the old best that I can with it. So some of you people who shoot on a regular basis more precision stuff, don't beat me up too much. I'm not saying I'm new at this, but I'm not a seasoned veteran. I have shot scope rifle just like some people. You know, 100 yards maybe. The farthest I've been out was maybe 600 yards, and a lot to be learned, shall I say, at that. So the rounds that we used after the 10 round warm-up, I went straight to the first grouping of 5 rounds. Was the Federal XM193 55 grain 5.56, pretty much what the military issues. This is what it's pretty much target ammo for the military. Really surprised on how this shot, and I'll show you the results later. American Eagle is generally my go-to. Okay, this right here is the 223 Remington 55 grain FMJ full metal jacket bow tail. All right, this stuff here, like I said, was my go-to, and you'll see why I probably won't go to it after this test. Next is, somebody gave me a bunch of this stuff here. It is the Federal XM223 T3 223 Remington 62 grain tactical bonded soft point. Pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. Good results. Good results for a plain white box stuff that's made in bulk. Then we come to the Winchester Ranger law enforcement ammo. It's a 223 60 grain partition ammo. Okay. Not impressed, and we'll go over the results. This is the stuff that I was privy to back in the day. Had a couple boxes left, and I think it's the end of the batch, but this was actually the Hornady TAP. It is a 223 Remington 55 grain nozzler point ammo. It always performed really well. So TAP stands for Tactical Application Police. Okay, so this was the stuff that we were issued. I like this stuff, and I still like it. Hornady puts out excellent ammo. Last but not least was the super secret contracted stuff. Black Hills. Comes in a 50 round box. Okay. This is 5.56 77 grain Sierra Match King hollow point. All right. I just blocked it out just because it was contracted stuff, and sometimes we don't need to know some things. It's just Black Hills. Black Hills makes excellent ammo. So at $2 a round, I decided to keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to lie to you. So with this rifle right here, it is a 16-inch 1-in-7 twist. It's a government barrel, mid-length chrome moly vanadium barrel. Okay, so it dissipates heat at a different rate than some of these other barrels. It is a excellent shooter, just in general. I'm going to put it out there. If you watch the other videos on the channel, you're going to notice that this gun does fire fast. It does have a 3-pound single stage trigger on it, which makes it shoot fast and smooth. Now, if you're not used to a single stage trigger on a rifle, just be careful. It's not the typical mil-spec two stage where you got that little take up on some of the rifles. We got a visitor out there. Looks like got some deer. They're just staring at me. We'll get back to that later. So, with the testing, some of these rounds you're going to be impressed at and you're not going to believe, and other rounds you're going to be like, no way. So, once again, we had a 4-mile-an-hour wind coming towards us, zero value wind, okay? So the first set of rounds that I did was the Federal XM193. And if we look right here, I was pretty impressed. It surprised me. Now granted, it was the first grouping and the barrel wasn't as hot, but it's still sub-MOA at 0.24 inches. I was surprised by that. And the numbers don't lie, okay? So this right here, shot phenomenal. Next set of 5 rounds was my old go-to, was the American Eagle 55 grain 223. Yeah, not impressed at all. The 5 shots, 1.63 inches. That was a little disappointing, okay? Even if we took out the widest one, it's still not impressive at all right? The next thing we went to is the Federal XM223 T3. It is a 62 grain tactical bonded soft point. Take a look at that grip, that group. 0.32 inches, sub-MOA. So the Federal XM193 sub-MOA, sub-MOA on the Federal XM223 Tactical. Next one that we have is the Winchester Ranger LE. See that right there? Not impressed, ladies and gentlemen. Not impressed. 1.60 grouping. Even if, like, once again, even if we took out the furthest one, it's not impressive at all, in my opinion. Then we go to the Hornady TAP 55 grain 223. That was pretty impressive. 0.67 inch group, sub-MOA. And then go with the contracted Black Hills 5.56 77 grain Sierra Match King hollow point. 5 rounds. I don't know if you can see that. All mostly in the black, one out. 0.86 grouping, sub-MOA. All right. So once again, all this stuff was shot the other day. I'm just kind of finishing my review. It's basically a 1-inch circle. Try to get it in. I aim for the center of the black circle. And as you can see, good results and bad results. Good results and bad results. Some of the ammunition that I thought would just be mediocre or not so great performed excellent. Some of the stuff I would think that would perform sub-MOA or MOA, I don't know. Kind of disappointed in the Winchester. Once again, you can argue. I'm no expert. I could have thrown the gun off a little bit, but that grouping right there, maybe it don't like heat. Maybe it just don't like me. I don't know. I'm not a fan. American Eagle. I guess it's good for just close-up range ammo. It's not cheap. It's not the cheap stuff as far as range ammo goes. It's a little bit on the higher end, but the quality is there. But I guess the accuracy is not. So, without going into too much drama or anything like that, we can say that this rifle has performed up to standards and well beyond standards of some and expectation of some people. Whenever somebody says, "Hey, or try this or check this out," you really have to run it through the paces. Maybe next time I'll throw this in the mud, let it get all dirty. Of course, I won't have the expensive optics on there. I'll just throw it in the mud, see how it shoots. It'll get dirty and gritty, which I really don't want to do, but if I'm going to test the rifle, I'm going to test it. So I want to thank MTR Defense, especially the owner, Chris Henderson. If you don't know Chris, he plays for a band. He plays guitar for this band. I don't know if he even wants me to mention it, but you know, it's 3 doors down. So if you go to mtrdefense.com, he does have his webpage, or you could just do a search for Middle Tennessee Rifle out of Cottontown, Tennessee. He has his webpage. This thing here starts retail roughly about 14 and some change, 1400 and some change. It'll eventually, maybe I should blurt that out. I shouldn't blurt that out, you know, YouTube. But if you look on the page, you can get it customized and accessorized the way that you want. I added a couple things to it just because of the way that I like my rifle set up. And it's just me. It's just the way I like it set up. You could be different. You may have different opinions about different things that I have on this rifle. That's you. I don't care. That's cool. You know. I'm really impressed with this rifle. Might be my new go-to. Matter of fact, I could say it is my new go-to, as opposed to the old M4 style that I have, the old Noveski chainsaw, older model that I've had at least 10 years, I think now, and I shot everything through it, and it was just a workhorse. It's a workhorse. It's still a workhorse. But this one here does not move. I don't have to worry about it rising or anything like that. It's a solid shooter. I do appreciate Chris sending it out to me after we had some conversations back and forth, and do this review, and I gave you my honest opinion. I mean, the numbers don't lie. The bullet, this doesn't lie here. That's at 100 yards. And like I said, I'm no expert as far as precision rifle goes. So, other than that, I guess y'all could have a good one. Live from the holler, Tony Russ.